Now, to protect our homeland and the United States' interests, we must deter these nations and their malign actors from their goals on the African continent. Sailors, Marines, airmen, guardians, and civilians perform valiantly, and I'm honored and proud to serve with them. Point be known, America remains in good hands. I'm proud to testify with my good friend, General Chris Cavoli, the Supreme Allied Commander in Europe and the Commander of the United States European Command. I'd like to extend my gratitude for his steadfast cooperation. As you know, EUCOM and AFRICOM share service components, and every day our teams are coordinating to solve some of our nation's toughest security issues. Also joining me today is a key member of the AFRICOM team, my command senior enlisted Sergeant Major Michael Wood, United States Marine Corps. His 32 years of experience provide me with the critical insight needed to understand the operating environment. And he shows our partners what true non-commissioned officer leadership looks like. I'm lucky to serve with him. Now, everything we do at the United States Africa Command has one overarching goal in mind: achieving peace through strength. Now, this requires three things: a clear understanding of national security threats, a robust and dependable network of like-minded allies and partners, and appropriate resourcing to match military requirements. As I've said in previous testimony, Africa remains a nexus theater from which the United States cannot shift its gaze. It is home to terrorists who take advantage of conditions in Africa to grow and export their ideology. ISIS controls their global network from Somalia. It is where the Chinese Communist Party actively works to change the international rules-based order as a stepping stone to become the global hegemon. And it's where the Russian Federation seizes opportunities created by chaos and instability. Now, to protect our homeland and the United States' interests, we must deter these nations and their malign actors from their goals on the African continent. Many of our security and economic interests overlap with those of our African and European partners. Successful outcomes enabled by burden sharing are beneficial for all. And as a posture-limited theater, AFRICOM, we establish strength and work towards peace by enhancing the security capabilities of our African partners through a robust system of alliances, exercises, training events, security cooperation, and foreign military sales programs are the backbone of our military activities on the continent. Through these activities, our forces lead by example with a warrior ethos and stand by our partners and enhance trust in the United States military. The United States Africa Command seeks to match these capabilities with the current and emerging threats to ensure the security of our forces while advancing American interests. Intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance aircraft, crisis response forces, counter-unmanned aerial system technology, and integrated air missile defense platforms are critical to accomplish our mission. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome your advocacy in ensuring that the necessary tools are in AFRICOM's hands. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here today, and I look forward to your questions.
Well, thank you.
Africa stands at a crossroads. For decades, foreign powers have shaped the continent's destiny through diplomacy, military intervention, and economic leverage. But a new generation of leaders is rising, bold, unfiltered, and unwilling to compromise their nation's sovereignty. One of these leaders is Capt.Ibrahim Traore. Recently, tensions escalated when U.S. General Michael Langley, head of U.S. Africa Command, flatly refused a diplomatic apology requested by Traore. Instead, Langley doubled down, accusing Traore of spreading a dangerous narrative But what is this so-called danger? And why is the world watching this small West African country so closely? General Michael Langley oversees the U.S. Africa Command, AFRICOM, a powerful military entity established in 2007 to oversee U.S. interests across Africa. Langley's mission is not rooted in charity or development, it's strategy. With China, Russia, and local movements gaining ground in Africa, AFRICOM aims to preserve U.S. influence. Langley's public rejection of Traore's call for apology wasn't just personal, it was symbolic. His message was clear. Africa must stay aligned with Western values and systems. To many, his stance echoed the colonial arrogance of past centuries, an outsider dismissing the legitimate aspirations of a sovereign African leader. At its heart, this isn't about one general and one president. It's a clash of ideologies. Langley represents the status quo, alliances based on military aid, economic dependence, and foreign control. Traore represents change, a new Africa determined to write its own future. For decades, Africa has been told what to believe, who to partner with, and how to govern. But now, nations like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are breaking away from traditional power centers, forming alliances, including with Russia, and exploring self-sufficiency. To Western powers, this is dangerous. To Africans, this is liberation. Western media has painted Traore as radical, unpredictable, even destabilizing. But African social media tells a different story, one of pride, unity, and courage. Why the double standard? Leaders who echo Western talking points are called reformers, while those who speak of independence are labeled populists or dictators. This information war is just as critical as the political one. African youth must be aware of how media can be weaponized, and why controlling our own narrative is essential. Traore's defiance is part of something bigger, a Pan-African awakening. Across the continent, young people are demanding more from their leaders: integrity, vision, and independence. They are rejecting puppet regimes and rising to reclaim their history and future. We're witnessing the rebirth of a continent. Sankara's dream is echoing in the voices of new leaders. Unity, self-reliance, and a shared Pan-African identity are no longer theories. They are becoming reality. The confrontation between Langley and Traore is a symbol, a spark that could ignite change. Will Africa choose sovereignty over subservience? Will we unite across borders to protect our interests? Will we learn from the past and write our own future? This is not just about Burkina Faso. This is about every African nation, every African child, every voice calling for freedom. Traore may not be perfect, but he represents a new era. An era where Africa stands up, speaks out, and walks forward with pride. Let this video be more than just a story.